So welcome back guys, my name is Amlan and this is yet another tutorial for understanding web development. This is a bit of an intermediate tutorial because we're learning a little bit about markups and actually event handling inside jQuery. But before understanding event handling, we also need to understand selection, like how we can select any element inside our document. So that is what we shall be learning. So what I will do is, I'm just given the page title here, like understanding selection and event handling, and this tutorial will be restricting it to selection of a particular element inside a page. So let us without wasting time look at what we have done here. So you can see that we have defined a basic doc type, that is a HTML doc type. So like whenever you see this kind of a declaration, it means that it is a HTML doc type. Then like any other HTML document, it has two sections, head and the body. The head section is like always for the browser and for defining your page. So in this case we have defined our page as understanding selection and event handling. So though we'll be delving more onto selection of the elements inside the page, and inside the body are our elements. So we can see that in fact this is not required for this part of the code. So we can see that we have two elements, basically two input type elements. One is a text type input element, another is an email type input element, and we have surrounded them with paragraph tags, implying that when it renders out on the screen, they will render out as separate paragraphs. So let's look at how it evolves out on the screen. So you can see like this is how it would come on the screen. Well, in case you're wondering how this value is coming, enter your email address. Well, I can see that I have not typed in any value of the email input type element, but still it contains some value. So how do I do that? That is all using jQuery. So first and foremost, like I go to the jQuery website and download the jQuery library, and I have put it into my folder JS. So in case I want to show you all my, okay, this is my folder structure. Inside the folder I have a folder called a JS. Inside JS I have the library, the jQuery library is basically inside this folder. So jQuery, so this is what I'm linking to. In that, when you look at that include script for jQuery library, this is exactly what we are looking into. And let me just now close this. So once we have defined our elements and then have included our JavaScript specialized library like the jQuery one, then we basically want to target elements using our jQuery script. So we define something called as a plugin 101. This is like the name which I have given, and I have written all my code here. So this is basically my code wherein I have written various stuff, but let me do this all over again, so so that it will make more sense. So this is basically my page markup, wherein I have defined two different type of elements. One is like I've already told, oh no, not this one, this one. So text type input element and email type input element. So let me try and attack those markups. First, like I will be selecting the entire document. So the way to select anything inside jQuery is like a $sign preceded by rounded brackets, and then you can just write document, and then you can like, this means the document will be getting ready. Just give me a few moments guys, I'm getting a call, just a minute. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. Well, yeah, so we have selected the document, and please don't keep spaces there, otherwise sometimes the code doesn't work, and like we want a document to be ready. Now this is a function. So inside the ready function we put in our another function. So this is the callback function, and obviously then the function body inside curly braces, and then we bring this entire thing down, and then here we write our code. So that basically that means is like when the document is ready, now like we are all ready to write our jQuery script, and which is anyways JavaScript. So what I can do is I will write a variable email and let it be a string, which is like enter your email address actually I had looked at a class of Alex, so did this class pretty well. So like I've been studying his classes, and I thought I will make this tutorial on my own because there may be a few Indian students who may benefit of this. So well, I have now stored a string which is enter your email address inside a variable called as email. Okay, so this is how you do it in JavaScript. This is not PHP. Otherwise in PHP you have the $sign. In JavaScript you basically use the var, or you don't use anything at all. But anyways, it's always a good practice to use var. So I am basically assigning a value, enter your email address inside a variable called as email. And why am I doing that? Because in my normal script you can see I have no value assigned to email. So typically if I just reload this, okay, I didn't save this, I guess. No, there's something mistake. Okay, so I didn't save this, I guess. Yeah, so let's save this and like now reload it. So there you go. Now basically only this part, like whatever is there on the screen, it gets rendered out. So you can see that we don't have any values for email. So what our intent for in this tutorial is to basically not only select that email type input element, but also insert a value inside that email input element and insert that value using jQuery. So first we have to select it. So how we select it? Let's see right here. So like what we do here is dollar, and then anytime you have to select something, like you have to put this quotes here, and then you can assign function. So this will be the attribute function. So this is how you define the syntax for a function. And now here let's proceed to write our element. So this is a different way of calling element. Please look at it very carefully. We have written input, and then we have put square braces, and then basically here is like the type attribute, and then inside again quotes we write email, which means that we have selected now all the email type input elements on the page. And what we want to do with that? Well, we want to select the value attribute and change it. So the way to do it is have two quotes here and then another two quotes here. The first quote by default contains which attribute you want to change. So when I want to change the value attribute, which is now in nothing by default, I guess I just messed this up. What is this small thing doing there? Really don't know. Value. Oh god, there's this small crappy underline thing there. I will have to get rid of that. Just a minute. Oh well, that small underline thing, whatever, is refusing to behave. So like let's try and do what we want. So anyways, the way to do it is like first specifying the attribute which we want to change, and then inside quotes write the value which we want to have. So enter your email address, and like have the quotes again, and that's it, and like close the function here. Oh god, this is not, yeah, so that's the way to do it. So just let's save this thing once. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. We have actually stored this entire thing inside a variable. So I basically needed to just write the variable email. And just close this bracket here and like just write this. I don't know why it's not behaving properly. Okay, I put quotes here, but it's a variable, so I don't need to put quotes there. So there you go, it's proper now. Just save it, and now let's try and look at the screen, how it resolves. So there you go. Not only have we selected the email input type element, but we have also specified the string value, enter your email address in it. So how did we do it? We first wrote in a small jQuery function, which actually is wanting the document to get ready. Once the document is ready, it assigns the string type of variable, enter your email address inside a variable called as email. Once that is done, then we select our email input element. The way we do it is like by specifying the attribute of the input type element, and like once we have done that, it is like pretty elementary. We select the attribute function. So inside the attribute function, what we do is like the first parameter is the attribute which you would want to change, and the second parameter is basically what you want to change into. So we have already specified what string value we wanted to change, and we stored it into a variable email, and that is what we have assigned it right here. So like when we do this thing, we are not only targeting the email input type element, but we are also assigning it a value using our jQuery script, and the value like as defined is like a string, enter your email address, and that is why now in the markup when I refresh the page, I get the value right there inside the email type input element. I hope this much is clear. Until next time, it's me signing off for the day. Thank you.